Welcome back to Getting Some Head. I am Michael fucking Rainey here with my dear friend, Little Snickers co-host, and all-around bad boy, Jacob Furman Mattera. Jake, how are you, friend?
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too, buddy. It's been a long time coming. We've been internet friends for a long time.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah, same. But I'm happy you're here. You got a lot of requests to come on the show.
Oh, man.
So I'm excited to kick things off with you. And people submitted a lot of questions for you. I'm going to ask you a lot of my own. Okay. But there are a lot of listener and patron submitted questions that I'll get to in the Patreon episode.
Cool.
So
I can't wait.
Yeah, man. I
can't wait to see what these little devils thought up.
Yeah, so some of them I couldn't include because they were too nasty. It's like somehow you bring that out of people.
I do.
It's like I talk about all the time how when I walk behind you, it's like you bring the Jared Fogle out of me.
It's a disturbing thing that I see in your eye when I'm walking in front of you. So
well,
I try not to.
If you ever wanted to do it to me, I would understand.
I got like one of those baboon asses. You know what I'm talking about when the cheeks are out like prominently displayed?
In real life or as a prosthetic?
Both. No, in real life, but it looks like a baboon ass. It's just always just, whoa, all right. Perfectly symmetrical.
Yeah, that thing is thangin'.
There's too much. It's like a mascot costume with a baboon ass.
No, you have just enough.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just enough. You sound like my wife.
We're not even doing After the Dark.
Oh my God, I know.
Jake's going to start his own. But Jake, I want to know, what activity relaxes you the most?
Oh man, probably stuffing my face full of Oreos. No, probably just playing guitar. That's like the number one thing that like calms me down. Mm-hmm. That or just staring at a fucking wall. Letting my eyes go lazy and just let that jaw drop a little bit.
It is nice, man.
Yeah. You ever stare at a good wall?
Yeah.
I could probably
I got them all over
hours.
the house. That's one thing about this house.
Yeah.
Is it came with a lot of them. So if I want to fucking stare at one, I feel I'm wall rich.
Man, it is like, I don't know where my attention span goes, but it hibernates. And I have to catch myself just like, oh God, hey.
It does feel good to stare with your mouth open too.
Yeah, it really does. You get free things when you do that. So.
Can you tell me about the worst sunburn that you've ever had?
Have I told you about this before?
I don't think so.
Oh man,
Were you a child?
No, I was a young adult, early 20s. We went to Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
Okay.
Family has a place around there. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to show off. I put some tanning oil all over my body, and the sun was like out that day. And I think I laid in it. I wanted to make a smiley face on my stomach. Uh-huh. And you could still, it won't pick up on camera. Uh-huh. Like you have to be in person to see it. But I made a smiley face with suntan lotion, and I just sat there in the sun for like almost 5 hours.
Now you can still see
yes,
the remnants of that?
This is, I'm talking 2006.
Oh my God, Jake.
2008.
I've never heard this before.
So I put a smiley face on my stomach, put expired tanning oil all over my body. So I don't know if that helped or hurt even more. But I remember I did the beach. I was fine. Got home and then took a shower. And I was like, oh man, it's cold, right? Uh-huh. It's freezing. And then we all went out to dinner. And I just like, the shakes became even more violent. And I'm pretty sure I got sun poisoning. I ordered like a steak, like a nice filet.
Was that well done too?
It was. Dude, I couldn't even eat it. I was like that just nauseous from like the sun poisoning. And then the rest of the weekend, I was like scabbing up and in a twin bed in my Pup-Ups trailer, just like, oh dude, it was awesome. 9 out of 10, recommend. Burn yourselves. That's what I would do.
Were you the only one that got burned that week?
Yeah, I was the only idiot that I was, I thought I was a tough guy. I thought I could beat the sun, Mike.
It's intoxicating.
Yeah, it really is.
I remember I've got a lot of good burns, but every time you think is going to be okay. Yeah.
I mean, I tan up I get pretty dark.
You do have a nice complexion.
So like I was like, oh, I'll do that, maybe get some freckles, hair will get blonde, no big deal. Was not expecting the level of crispness that happened, but you live and you learn.
I hope to see that smiley face.
Oh, I'll show it to you. Yeah.
Have you ever gotten blackout drunk?
Like 1 or 2 times. I'd say 1, and I guess it would be a brownout. Is that what they call it when you like lose consciousness, come back kind of thing?
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
But it was all in the same basement. I'm pretty tame. I don't like losing control to the point of losing consciousness. I'm a lot of weight to be throwing around unconsciously. You know what I mean? So
was it as a young man or were you an older gentleman?
Yeah, probably around the same time as the Sunburn. It was probably all that Everclear I was drinking at that time.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. I didn't know the strength of Everclear, just like I didn't know the strength of the sun. And I remember I went to a party. My band played a show at Newman College.
Okay.
And we're fucking rock stars. You know, we were on top of the world. And somebody just handed me a cup that had all this Everclear in it, and I just thought it was vodka. And I remember just taking it, chugging it back, and everyone in the room going like, "No, don't do it." I was like, "I drink vodka all the time." And then about 15 minutes later, we're playing King's Cup, and the entire universe just shifted, Inception. And I just smacked my face on the ground. Pretty awesome.
Did that prevent you from ever drinking Everclear again?
No. I loved Everclear. I loved what it did, but I don't do it anymore.
Oh man. Jake, have you ever shit yourself in the car?
This year? This year, no. But I mean, probably a few times.
Was it bad enough as to where you have that revelation where you're just like, it's going to happen and there's nothing I can do about it? Or was it like, I'm going to get home in time to take care of this? It's
more the denial of I can make it. I can make it. Let it rip, baby. I get out of the car and one slips out. I'm like, no, it's fine. It's totally fine. And then you start going up the stairs and you're like, it's not fine. So that's probably been most of them. And then it's immediately jump into the shower. And then all the suspicions raised in the house. Like, no, I was just at the strip club. I wasn't shitting my pants.
No, I was just paying for sex. Not really a big deal, man. Can you tell me about one of your most awkward social interactions? And the fart's really hanging around.
Is it? Oh, it's all good. It's fine. That's what I usually do. I just hang around. I don't know why he's still here. I mean, there's too many flooding my brain right now to actually to answer. There's a lot of people raising their hands in my head trying to answer this one. Damn, I'm sorry, Mike. Pass. Okay. I'll come back to it.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I got it. That right there. I remember right out of high school, I got a job at a music store, and I really wanted to work there. I really wanted to impress them and all this kind of stuff.
Did somebody pull a few strings for you?
Nice. And I get the manager. I'm talking to him on the phone. He's like, "All right, just come." And I was like, "Oh, what should I wear?" Because I was 18, and he's like, "So wear a collared shirt." But I heard college shirt. So I went in a Newman University welcome class of 2008, brand new orientation t-shirt. And we get done the whole interview. He's like, and can I just ask, what's with the t-shirt? I was like, you said college shirt. And you could just see it on his face. He already regretted hiring me at that moment. I was like, all right, glad to be here. Thank you.
Dude, relative to our awkward handshake, I feel like hand stuff is probably the cause of most awkward social interactions.
You think so?
At least in my experience, there's so many times where I feel like I misjudged what the other person was doing with their hand.
Yeah.
One of my most awkward social interactions was an old boss. We were crossing paths in the morning, and he went for a fist bump, and I went for a handshake. And rather than transition to the fist bump, I just blanketed his fist.
I mean, that's a power move right there. I like that.
I thought it was too, but as I grew up, I didn't like it.
No?
No.
You know what you gotta do next time someone goes in for a fist bump and you're going for you gotta trick them with the little get down in there. Oh, got you.
And just fuck it to completion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you tell me about one of your road rage incidents?
Oh man, I can tell you about one I regret. It was on 95, right by the airport that we passed almost every day. There was a woman who I can't remember.
I love it already.
Let's just say she was driving a Nissan. And there's a lot of people who cut you off and then you honk at them. You get next to them, you kind of give them a, hey, fuck you. And that's it. This lady didn't appreciate my, hey, fuck you. And then she just started going, huh, huh, and like legit like chased me off the highway, which I was like, kudos to you. That's awesome. But yeah, I still think about trying to do like a juke and get her to go off the bridge. But I didn't do it.
Could you tell early on that it was a little tiny woman?
I could not tell at first. Only when they came up to my window. I mean, dude, they were baller about it. They pulled right up to my window from the driver's side, put their window down. They're giving me one of those. And I was like, oh no, this person don't quit.
So she was aggressive all the way through, and she was clearly never at any point so sorry.
Never at any point. No.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah. You had a recent.
Yeah, I've been getting a little riled up lately. I had two. Yeah, the first one was a guy cut me off going into Chipotle, and it wouldn't have been a big deal.
I'm sorry, what now?
You heard me correctly, and I refuse to say it any other way.
Okay.
It was Chipotle, and here's Chipotle, and I'm driving past it, and a guy crossed the solid yellow lines.
Yeah.
Which, not a big deal. Cut me off. Not the worst, but as he did it, he gave me the finger.
Oh, man. You love that.
I followed him into the parking lot, and once he noticed me behind him, he just went out the other side of the parking lot and went back around.
He came back around?
Yeah. And before he pulled out, he's like this. It's like, you know what you did.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
You flipped him? Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That was at Casanova?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get you to say it one more time.
No. Oh, I thought you were mentioning the notification on my phone.
Oh.
No, it wasn't Chipotle. And I had another one a couple weeks ago where, again, this wasn't my fault. Do you know the... all right, so when you're getting off on an exit on the 476, there's those red lights there which tell you when to go and when not to.
Those things are so dumb.
They are stupid. And I was probably 4 car lengths ahead of this guy in the left lane. And for a while, we were both going at the same rate of speed, and then he guns it at the last minute, and I got in front of him. I was in front of him the whole time. So clearly I have the right of way.
Yeah.
Once we get out onto 476, he's in the left lane, I'm in the right lane, and he's laying on the horn. And as I look over, his buddy in the passenger seat is giving me the jerk off motion.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and I have his license.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Is it a vanity plate or is it a real plate? Oh,
no.
Damn it.
If anybody knows J20 LFE in New Jersey...
Well, yeah, Jersey
please,
driver.
Yeah, if anybody has a way of obtaining driver information, I would love for you to give that to me.
I love that you're.
I've seen MacGruber enough as to where like I think that's burned in my brain.
Yeah, that's incredible.
It was a red SUV, and after a while, I think the driver was annoyed at the guy giving me the jerk off motion because he fell back for a while.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until we were about to get off by the airport here where they started speeding up a bit. And I think they had forgotten about me, but then I laid on my horn. And when they both looked over, I gave them the J.O. motion.
You gave it back?
Yeah, but I would still like his information.
Dude, I mean, the road rage is just so... It's good for the soul, I think.
I do too. I never used to feel that way.
Yeah.
I used to try to avoid it because there's truly nothing good that can come of it.
Yeah.
But...
It's a dangerous game.
You can't always take it, man. I mean,
yeah,
I've seen falling down enough as to know that doesn't work out well.
That's true. I've tried to calm down a lot.
Yeah.
Like I told you before about the time where the guy drove by a cop and told him that I had a gun and he pulled me over.
Lame. Yeah. Very funny, but lame.
Yeah, it's lame shit. But I mean, you know, for every 1,000 assholes, make it 1,001. You know, that's my saying.
You sound like a optimistic proctologist.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Chipotle.
Jake, what did you enjoy most about living in Los Angeles?
Oh man, just being on the WB lot. That was the coolest thing. Is like getting to do that every fucking day was wild. And then like just some of the cool stuff the interns got to do. Mm-hmm. Like at Conan, like you got to give like a bunch of musical guests like tours around the lot and shit like that. Like Alabama Shakes was my buddy always ended. He was British, so he ended up giving everyone the tour by the end of the semester. But like,
they're great, man.
Yeah,
Brittany, what's her name?
Brittany Howard.
Yeah, she's terrific.
Yeah, they just got back together. They're doing a Philly date, I think, in August. Hoping to get to it because they're fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like being on like on that lot every single day is so cool. Walking by like I didn't watch Friends, but like the Friends fountain, the WB water tower, like all that stuff. You're like, oh, that's from Twilight Zone. Oh, that's from like everything gets pointed out. It's so cool.
There is a nerdy magic to all that shit.
Yeah.
And no matter how cool you want to be or how old you get, I feel like that kind of shit always will hit you pretty hard.
Dude, it's all, I mean, because I was staying in an apartment up the hill at the child museum, whatever they call it, the Oakwoods. It's apparently where all the child stars to be go stay. Like they go for pilot season. It's like there's a documentary on Netflix called like, I think it's called like Child Star Village or something. Like I can't remember what the hell it's called. That's probably not it.
It sounds disgusting, Jake.
Don't search that. But it's a whole.
Yeah, this is coming from the guy who on the last episode of Little Stinkers kept screaming out "boy hunt," and we found that boy.
Yeah, we did find that boy. Yeah. How great was that? But yeah, it's a place where all the kids go to try to. Their parents will take them and try to make them famous.
Nice.
And they all live in like a studio apartment with like 8 kids. It's pretty sad stuff.
Yeah.
But I was just eating peanut butter and jellies every day.
Oh my god.
And yeah, I mean that's the only thing I knew how to like make, and I like had it hidden in my room too.
You have
like,
to when you got roommates, man.
Yeah, I had 4 roommates and they hated me.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just take my peanut butter and jelly, put it in a book bag. By the time I get down the hill, it's already squished, and I'm like, all right, well. So you're eating all that, like you're just doing that, walking back and forth up a giant hill. I lost like 60 pounds without even trying to change anything. It was just being mobile, you know?
Damn, dude.
Pretty awesome. Gained it all back, though. Gained it all back.
When you were walking into work, was there a certain excitement you had because of where you were going to work, or was it just become a job to you at some point?
It never felt like a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so cool. And then you got you get your little employee badge.
Oh, neat.
So you just like you go up to the security, you're like, oh, what's up, Greg? Mm-hmm. I don't think his name was Greg, but I want to pretend I knew him. Every day it was like somebody different. So like they just scan it, you walk through, they put your bag through the thing, make sure you don't have a gun.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a prop. And then, yeah, it was pretty fun, man.
Do you remember the first time you met Conan O'Brien?
I think it was my first day.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. And he like was so cool. It's like he went out of his way to meet the interns. Like he has like a staff of like 200 something people. And some of them joke that like he doesn't even know their name. You know what I mean? So that he like comes into the like area where like all the kitchen, like the interns were like gathered in this kitchen area, and he would just like introduce himself and like put on a show for like 25, 30 minutes for everyone.
Oh, that's neat, man.
Yeah, pretty cool guy. Yeah.
Yeah, anytime I've heard anything about him, and I say this because oftentimes like on Reddit, I'll just find these random threads of like who are good celebrities to either work for or to interact with, or bad ones, and he always gets glowing reviews.
Dude, he's always just as nice as he appears on television, and like just as goofy and like kind of like proddy, but in a playful way, like, and he'll mess with you, but just it's all good fun, and you know it's good fun.
Is he cool with people calling him Conan?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He didn't like when I called him Coner, but never called him Coner.
Raging Conan.
But yeah, dude, he was so cool.
Oh, dude, that's such a neat experience, man.
Yeah.
Can you explain how that opportunity came about?
Yeah. I was here going to Temple University. I skipped a class. It was a media class, communications, and it was to see like some old cameraman from SNL give a talk to these students. And at the end of his speech, it was around that Occupy Wall Street, like the Tonight Show stuff was happening, or it just happened. And at the end of this guy's speech, he's like, hey, and I got my kids in the business. Like my daughter writes for Leno. My son is a stage manager at Conan. And I mean, at this point I was watching like Conan religiously, like every night. So, yeah, I just went up to him after the class. I was like, can I have your son's phone number? Which I realized, don't ever do that.
All right, so we got boys only hotel. Can I have your son's phone number?
Children only hotel. That makes it worse.
Parents not allowed.
Yeah. But so I like begged him for the phone number. He's like, no. I was like, yeah, I understand. He's like, here's my card. Send me an email, and I did. And eventually, his son called me one day, and then we talked for like 45 minutes. He was like on his way home. He had like an hour commute. He's like, just give me a call back. You know, he's like, I got a long ride. We could just talk.
That's really neat.
Yeah. And all I did was just talk to him about it. And like, I wasn't angling for anything, but then at the end of it, he's like, you should come intern for us. And I was like, no. He's like, no, seriously, like, you can apply online. It's like, yeah, I've done that, but like, that's not why I just wanted to hear what it's like to work with Conan. Yeah. And
smart approach, by the way, even though I know it's clear your intentions weren't to get something from it, but
yeah, I mean, that's obviously a dream, but I wasn't like, I just wanted to know what it was like. Like, I was obsessed with the show.
Yeah.
And it was cool because, like, you know, people say things to you all the time and really don't follow through. Mm-hmm. And I was just expecting that to go away. And like, I think the next day I got a call from the production coordinator, like trying to set up an interview.
That's nuts.
Yeah. And then I had like the worst interview of my life.
Did you wear your new college t-shirt again?
Dude, yeah. Okay, so I remember getting ready for the call, and I was like, oh, I got this. Like, I work for this radio station, Preston and Steve. They're like nationally recognized. Like, that's going to impress them. Mm-hmm. I go to Temple, like really just trying to like make my resume like look as good as possible. I sent it to her. We have the interview, and she goes, like right out the gate, she goes, why should I hire? Nothing about your resume impresses me. And I just immediately went into like panic mode. I'm like, and I'm like justifying it. And I could tell she's not listening the whole time. Mm-hmm. And I'm like fighting for like my opportunity. And it kind of ends with like all right. Oh, well, that's all the time we have. Thanks so much for the phone call. Bye. And I was like, fuck. That did not go nearly as well as I wanted it to. Dude. And then the next morning, I wake up, I put on a diaper for Preston and Steve.
At the Boys Only Hotel.
yeah. They're doing their Camp Out for Hunger thing that they do every year, which is a great thing for the Philadelphia area, where they raise money for people who need it, or food for people who need it, and money and all that kind of stuff. But I was getting shot with a clam chowder cannon. So somebody made a homemade cannon, like a t-shirt hot dog cannon, loaded it with clam chowder, which, by the way, congeals in cold temperatures.
Jesus Christ, man.
And I sit there in my diaper with a million people recording me on their cell phones. We do a countdown. They shoot me on the air. I get covered in the shit.
Why should you hire me?
And now I smell like rotten clam chowder. And all I'm thinking about is the fucking job that I didn't get. And I'm like, this is it. This is the top of my mountain. And I remember they let me go like get a shower at somebody's like hotel. And I'm like in somebody's hotel room to shower. The most uncomfortable feeling you could fucking
just
possibly.
Clams at your feet.
Yeah. And leaving it. It's not my hotel room.
Yeah.
And there was no good way around it. And I just remember being like, I was just numb. And then my band that Friday night was playing the Trocadero. It was like one of those like, can you guys bring 20 people? Yeah. Like, so I was like, whatever. We did it. That's not true. We didn't have to. It wasn't a bringer show. But we did have, if we didn't bring anybody, we probably would have canceled it. But we're in the green room. The band before us is on. I think they were called Chicago Violin. They were playing. And while we're waiting to go on stage, I get the call with a voicemail offering me the position.
Oh my God.
And it was like December 15th. And they're like, can you get out here January 1st? And I was like, yes. I just said, yeah. I was just like, yeah, I'll make this work. And that's what I did. And then I was out there for like 6 months. Came back. The plan was to get married in October and then move right back. That was my plan.
Yeah.
And then we talked about it further and we changed plans. But it was cool, man.
I can't imagine what that 6 months was like.
Dude, it was unreal.
I mean, we have a lot of similar interests, but at the same time, I think we're both super nerdy for what we're entertained by.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like I felt that I was thinking about a thing popped up on my Facebook memories this week. In 2013, it was like April fucking 12th, 2013, I went to Los Angeles for the first time with Kenzel. And as soon as you get there, it's just like, oh, that's the parking lot from that, or that's the building from that.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's the thing from that. And no matter how jaded you are, I still think there's part of that. If like you were a kid that grew up with TV and movies playing such a large role in your childhood, that shit never gets lost on you.
Yeah, like I think just all around that Hollywood like walkway, I think like just a couple blocks over is like the motel where Julia Roberts got picked up from Pretty Woman. Mm-hmm. The gerbils came out afterwards. There's so many different places like right there. Like there's like a school that's on the corner that was like it was like in Greece.
Yep,
and it was also used as like a church. Mm-hmm. What'd you say? Here we go.
I thought you were gonna go with another child's only children's church camp.
But it was like using Back to the Future and like Grease and like all these movies, and you're like, oh my god!
I think that's the church I was referring to. It's
like right off the highway,
Franklin.
Yeah, I think it's like if you go right, you're going down to like Hollywood, like Grauman's Theater, and if you go left, you're going towards UCB.
Yeah, it's a couple of blocks from the Magic Castle.
Yeah. I think I don't know where the Magic Castle is.
No, it's the same one. Yeah,
just there was.
But yeah, I remember that. I went, when we went, all of this was not lost on me, even though I was profoundly fucked up that day.
Yeah.
I just could not believe that I was staying that close to where Marty McFly's mother got fingered.
Dude, I did go out there once before Conan on a press junket for Jackass, mm-hmm. and I had fun at the junket, but I hated Hollywood.
It is disgusting.
They put you up right at for this junket, they put you up at the Roosevelt Hotel.
That's a very cool hotel.
Beautiful hotel. Yeah. Has all this history behind it, like the mob and all this, like just
seems very haunted
Hollywood.
Too.
Yeah, very spooky inside. And they shot some Entourage in the pool area, and that's where the press junket, like the party was after the premiere was at Grauman's, and you walked over. But like the one night, like you're not invited to anything, so you're just there for a night, which is cool. But like no car. I think I did one of those sightseeing tours, like the houses and shit like that. Because I mean, yeah, you have to.
It's still kind of fun.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. But I remember like trying. I remember trying to masturbate in my hotel room.
All right.
And they didn't have internet.
Uh-huh.
So and like it was like one of those things where you like had to log in, and as soon as you try to go to any sites, it was like blocked and all. I was like, oh man. So it was before like data, you know what I mean? So then I was like, well, maybe there's like a magazine stand. And I went down to like one magazine stand. They didn't have anything. And then somebody's like, I didn't ask, but somebody just could tell what I wanted. They're like, hey, if you're looking, you got to get a couple more over. I was like, all right.
You do have the face of a masturbator. It's like the international sign for choking. Like you're just looking around. It's like, do you need to find jack off material?
Yeah. And I remember, I think I gave up halfway through the search and just went back and yeah.
You haven't jacked off since.
Murder, She Wrote. You know what I mean?
Dude, I mean, that's nuts because I'm trying to think. I mean, there is a Hustler store. I think it's a few blocks down though.
Yeah.
The other way.
Yeah, they have like Frederick's at Hollywood that's not too far.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to go in there. Like
it's a slippery slope, man.
Yeah. Can I also get these fuzzy handcuffs? Yeah, man.
Yeah, one of the times where I took a solo trip there, I ended up buying a butt plug there. And I was talking to my wife who was getting me riled up on the phone. And I was like playing around with the butt plug, and then it got to the point where I just felt so awkward with it. I was like, I can't do this. And I drove to Venice Beach. I don't know if it was that night or early the next morning, and just tossed it.
Heart of the Ocean style?
Yep. Yeah. I put it in a bottle.
That's awesome. Some sailor probably was very thankful to find that gift.
Can you tell me about your experience working in the educational system or no? Higher educational system.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have much to do with the education aspect.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was I worked in facilities for an Ivy League school. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's really, I mean, all I did was set up tables and chairs and like help plan events.
Did you ever think about trying to become a Goodwill Hunting and just do problems on the board at night?
Oh, dude, every single day. Uh-huh. Every single day there was some kind of equation that I drew a penis next to. It was a lot of fun, man.
What is the most embarrassed that you have felt for another person?
For another person, like not watching a video, feeling embarrassed, like in person.
It could be in person. I would prefer to hear about.
Yeah.
But if it's a video.
I mean, I don't know if it's embarrassed as much. Oh, no. Hold on. There's like you ever see people walking around with like, they don't realize they have like a period blood?
Yeah.
Or like that kind of stuff. Like that makes me sad. I'm like, oh, man.
I think the coolest way to handle that is to just get on all fours and pretend you're a dog and sniff it out.
I usually keep a silly straw in my pocket.
Yeah.
Bring it over. Yeah. Yeah, like that kind of stuff I'm embarrassed for, but I don't think there's ever been something I'm most embarrassed for somebody else. Usually sad. Like when you see like the limbless performers in Fremont Street.
Yeah, dude, nothing really gets the waterworks going like a dirty nub.
Yeah, I didn't give $1, but I cried.
Yeah.
I dried it off with $1.
With your hands.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, Rain Train here. I just want to take a second to thank our sponsor, MyBookie. Look, everybody knows March Madness is here and every game is a chance to cash in. So place some bets on the game already with MyBookie. MyBookie makes it easy for first-timers to wager and true sports fans can get the most bang for their buck. MyBookie's Bet and Get will sweeten the deal. Place a cash bet on March Madness and get a surprise reward. Free bets, cash back, bonus chips. You never know what's coming next. Listen, the Bet and Get is true to my heart. It reminds me so much of the Bet and Get proposal that my high school guidance counselor, Mr. Bully, hit me with. He said, I'll never forget this. The last day of school, he said, I bet you won't make it 5 years without getting your cheeks clapped in prison. Well, here I don't stand. I sit. Not because I got my cheeks clapped. It's under my own volition. But close to 30 years later, Mr. Bully, I still haven't got my cheeks clapped. So suck it, nerd. But, all right, I'm in a bad mood right now. But you know what doesn't put me in a bad mood? MyBookie. MyBookie, they make it easy to place any pick that you want, place any bet that you want, any win that you want. I'm going to give you a little tip. I don't usually do this. I don't usually give out betting advice. But when it comes to college basketball, you're going to want to bet, number one, on a coach that looks like he has the most obvious cocaine problem. I know 90% of them do. So I don't know. So that weeds out 10%. But then again, the other 10% seem like sweet pop-pops who aren't long for the world. But underneath those sweet pop-pop veneers, there's just true evil. So I take back everything I said about the cocaine coaches. I'm going to go with place every dollar you have on the sweetest looking pop-pop who's still left in the NCAA tournament. So go to mybookie.ag right now and place that bet. Look, MyBookie is seriously the best way to play. Sign up now with code HEAD, that's HEAD, and you could boost your bankroll with a deposit bonus designed to help you make the most of your money. If you don't want a bonus, that's okay too. Just make sure you let them know we sent you. That's code HEAD, HEAD, when you download the MyBookie app or click the link on our show notes. Bet on every game, anytime, from anywhere, only with MyBookie. Yeah, Fremont Street might lead the league in the saddest people on earth. You can truly see the light leaving children's eyes.
Yeah.
Hanging out on Fremont Street.
I think that giant screen pulls it out of their eyes.
Dude, that's probably what it's powered by. It's like fucking Monstropolis, man.
Yeah. What about crazy naked people? Seeing that in
Oh, yeah, that counts. Yeah. I've seen one of those.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't like, oh, I'm so embarrassed for them. I'm like, just keep me the fuck away. But yeah. It's pretty startling to see that.
Dude, my wife and I, we saw one time, like 20 minutes from here, outside of Our Lady of Fatima in whatever that is.
Yeah, that's not far away. Yeah.
We had just gotten a video camera, and we were driving on South Avenue, and I cannot believe that we had the fucking video camera with us in the car. We just saw this fat, middle-aged dude walking naked by Our Lady of Fatima.
Yeah.
And then we did a U-turn. We took the camera out. James, did you film it or did I? I did. You did? Yeah. And
Hi, I'm Mike Rainey. Welcome to Jackass.
But I have no idea what happened to the fucking tape.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think it got thrown in the sewer?
I think it's somewhere Michael Barris.
Who's No, you're good.
Like my Uncle Barry's
dead.
garage. Yeah, who's dead. So I don't know where it went from there. But it was, we had the camera. I was bringing it to my mom's because it had Bella's first birthday video on it. So it's literally Bella's first birthday party. And then it cuts and it's a naked dude walking.
And also, there might be our sex tape on there too.
That too.
Oh my God, it's trifecta.
It's something for everybody.
Wow, dude.
So it's like I'm gonna just even you out on all the weird stuff here.
Your daughter's blowing out the candles. Cut to a crazy guy naked walking around.
It was used very well.
Yeah, that was. I could not believe that I had a video camera at that time because this was before fucking cell phones.
Yeah.
And if you saw something, people just had to take you at your word.
Oh, man.
But I had just gotten a fucking camcorder from BJ's, and I could not believe that I had it in the car at the moment where I saw a fucking naked guy walking, but sure as shit.
Dude, having, like, late 90s, having a video camera, you felt like
rich.
You felt like an emperor.
I know.
I used all of my money as a busboy to buy, like, a JVC camcorder. Because I remember, like, I'd go hang out with my friends at, like, middle school, and they would set up the camera in the basement, and they would flip it around. So like it was like a monitor mode, you know. So you just see yourself on it.
Oh, neat.
I don't think it was even recording.
Yeah.
And they would just like pretend to do SNL. So like
that shit's super fun.
And like they had a whole thing there, and I like got to like come by like one or two times, and I was like, this is like this is so much fun. I put all my money towards it, and then immediately started making myself throw up and try to do skateboard tricks on camera. Try to be as cool as possible. Did not work.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I think I'm like, what am I, 8 or 9 years older than you?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, we just had like tape recorders. Like that was the big thing. If you had a tape recorder, you just wanted to record yourself and hear your voice played back. Dude, it was fucking mind blowing.
I had a boombox that I brought with me everywhere. Like every year my family would go to Florida. Like we'd go to like family in Orlando, Tampa, and we'd go up to Disney and all this kind of stuff. Drive down every year, and I would bring that thing and interview everyone at every rest stop we'd stop at. And I still had
strangers?
Yes. And like my parents were cracking up over it. I played back. I was trying to be silly and goofy, and all, like I had so much more like confidence and like just charisma. And I just like would go up to them and interview them, and like my voice, just like now, was so high. I was like, "Excuse me," just like trying to fuck with somebody with that voice is pretty great.
I'm just picturing some poor schlub who's made up his mind to cheat on his wife with a hooker that weekend. He just stopped to get gas, and then he's getting interviewed on Jake TV.
Dude, I got my pup up singing on the thing. I gotta find the tape. He's like, big fat mama walking down the street. Walking down the street with plenty of sass, shaking her big yes, yes, yes. And it's somewhere in my house. I gotta find it.
Now, how close were you to this woman while he was saying that?
we were standing in front of my mom.
What is your favorite book?
My favorite book? Probably East of Eden, John Steinbeck. I really liked Of Mice and Men. Really could relate to the Lenny character. I just like this stuff. I like what that book's about. It's about like two brothers, and like it's kind of like retelling of like a Bible story, but it's pretty cool.
You are a well-read man. You recommended something to me that I really liked. It was a Flannery O'Connor short story.
Oh yeah, did you read that?
With the fucking criminals and the family's car.
Good Man Is Hard to Find.
Yeah,
that one was a lot of fun. That's a escaped convict, and it's like I think it's only like a 10 or 15 page story. A lot of fun though. It's like just so fast and
fucked up.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Yeah, man, I gotta read something new. I haven't found anything exciting right now. I got so many books at home that are planned to read, but I just don't have the time right now.
What are you in the mood for? A fiction or?
I'd like to read like a good fiction, something that like with Steinbeck, it's like the first 200 pages is him kind of like that. At least Grapes of Wrath was like him just describing the Salinas Valley, which is gorgeous, but. I mean, I'll stare at that wall so fast.
I know. It's,
you know what I mean?
Especially with that book. It's like by page 150, Grapes of Wrath turned into friggin' Wine of Wrath, you know?
Yeah. Oh, dude. I remember reading Grapes of Wrath and getting to like maybe like 150 pages left. And I don't want to spoil the book, but it's been out like 200 years at this point. So if you don't want to hear it, skip 5 seconds or 10 seconds. But I got to that point and I was like, oh man, they're never going to make the place they wanted to go. Mm-hmm. And like having that realization as as the reader was like pretty wild.
I couldn't imagine writing something that hard hitting.
Yeah. I mean, just imagine that just an entire family, like from grandparents to babies to pets, all stuffing yourself into one vehicle, taking all your belongings and just stacking them, and then having to drive from like a barren dust bowl all the way out to the West Coast in hopes for like jobs that they don't exist. There's something that were just sold on a pamphlet. Brutal. Not as brutal as is it The Sun Also? No, not The Sun Also Rises. A Farewell to Arms. I
didn't read that.
That's Hemingway.
The Def Leppard autobiography.
Yeah. He's that one's wild. I think that's the one where he has like a pregnant wife. He's kind of like running away from the military, and it all just like the ending of that book. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, dude, I cried for like 20 minutes.
Whoa.
After putting that down. I was like, Jesus, I can't believe what I just read. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
God damn, man.
It's a good book. Do
you like Tennessee Williams?
Like, I mean, what's it? A Streetcar Named Desire, right? Like, I think that's the only thing I've read from him.
I saw his childhood home this weekend.
Did you really?
Yeah. It was kind of nuts to see because it really stands out where it is. It's in Columbus, Mississippi.
Yeah.
And I was just going for a walk at the festival we were at, and I went up the hill to go get a Red Bull from the gas station. And diagonal from the gas station, you go up the hill, and as soon as you get to the top of the hill, you don't see it until you get close to the top of the hill.
Yeah.
And you see this like really uniquely painted house that was Tennessee Williams' childhood home.
Dude, that's so cool.
And it just feels like it was dropped there.
That's so cool when you like come across those sites too, where like these great people grew up. Mm-hmm. Like in Savannah, I did that with Flannery O'Connor's home. It's there, and then when I was in what the hell is it? Near Cannery Row, which is a Steinbeck novel, his cabin that he bought there.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to the Thoreau's cabin in the woods out in the middle of Massachusetts.
Yeah.
It's where he wrote like Civil Disobedience and like Walden and all that stuff.
Oh, very neat.
That seems like a cool place to. It's just a shed, and there's actually a replica of it nearby in like media at the Tyler Arboretum. Yeah. I don't know if it's still there. Maybe it was like a passing exhibit a couple years ago, but I like stumbled upon it. I was like, "This is sick." It's just a shed, but I was like, "Oh, this is
it's so very cool." You like Nathaniel Hawthorne?
No. I mean, I read The Scarlet Letter. I liked it, but I never read anything else.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, he has a lot of stuff in like Salem area, and I remember taking the wife up there and. There was some stuff we could have seen that I didn't go check out, but
yeah, I stayed at that hotel. That was very cool.
The Hawthorne Hotel. Yeah. That's a real old timey one, right? That thing's cool.
Really neat place. I went there. It wasn't Halloween because I know that's when they have all the cool shit there, but it was chilly, and we stayed at the Hawthorne Hotel because I had a show there the night before.
Nice.
And we ended up going to some Dominican bar in Salem. And they took our IDs and were clearly like reprinting them in the back because it took forever.
Wait, for real?
Yeah. And we were just waiting out in the bar area, and they wouldn't give us beer until they said they were finished checking the IDs. And it probably took 15 minutes. And there was like this huge picture of Pedro Martinez on the wall. Then finally, after 15 minutes, they gave us our IDs back, and we had, I think we had ordered like a fucking El Presidente or something.
Yeah.
And then got the fuck out of there.
Damn, you have two Mexican children next to you, just with your IDs ordering cervezas as well. Dude, that's wild. I'm like, what makes it Dominican? Is it just like the music and the food and the atmosphere?
To me, it was Dominican because of the gigantic Pedro Martinez picture. I mean, it was New England, so I don't think that's too out of the ordinary. But
great, another Dominican bar. It's like somebody's sports pub.
Did you always want kids?
No. It was funny, man. I was fighting shell tooth and nail on it at first. I was like, I'm too self-centered. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I was doing comedy. It's like you have to be pretty self-involved to do this shit. Mm-hmm. And it was something I did not want to do. And then begrudgingly, I finally caved. And it was like the greatest decision. Like, soon as As soon as we saw James, our firstborn, I just like Creed started playing, you know? Mm-hmm. Well, I just heard. I don't really know the rest of the words, but yeah.
Yeah, when we started having kids, Creed played for me, but it was my own prison. So I'm almost out, Jake.
Hold me now. Oh, that's a different one. Damn it.
I will hold you now if you want me to. What is the most stressful aspect of your life?
The physical stress on my joints, money. What else? Oh man, I think just that. Obviously terrible eating habits that every day it's like, oh man, I'm going to change. Going to change right after this cheesesteak. I'm going to change. And then you talk yourself through the cheesesteak. So that's like exhausting. The tomfoolery I play on myself, telling myself it's going to be different. Mm-hmm. So yeah, those are probably all my stresses. What about you? What stresses you?
Similar thing. Like honestly, like it wasn't until like I had a realization. I'll watch. I'm making clips for getting some head, and it's like in every clip, my head looks bigger than ever. And it wasn't until like seeing my head for like the 100th time, where it looked just totally disproportionate to my already bigger body, thinking like, fuck, I got to try something. And then last weekend I finally weighed myself and I was 225, which is the heaviest I've been in a long time.
Okay. So
at that point I'm like, all right, I have to like change something dietary.
Yeah.
Because I like lifting and, you know, I'll go to jiu-jitsu usually like once a week though. But my diet is just so bad that it prevents me from making any kind of progress. And it's the reason why I'm 225, and it's like,
dude, I was going to the gym religiously, and I think I dropped like 60 pounds. But then like after that, it was a plateau, and then it just kind of became a joke of like, why are you even going to the gym? And now I realize it's like I needed to keep going, but you know, plans to get back eventually. I just got to stop the self-defeat bullshit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the food thing is just so fucking tough.
Yeah. Sweets were killing me for a long time.
Yeah.
Sweets and late night eating were the biggest reasons why, you know, I got up to 225. My heaviest, I think, was 250. And that was like,
dude, that's my goal weight.
Dude.
That's where I'm at right now. I'd kill, because, you know, what's funny is like all my shit would be still relevant. Like all my fat jokes, everything that I talk about would still be relevant at 250.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, I mean, yeah, I think the heaviest I was 250. And at that point, I was drinking every night. I had decided that, all right, I'm going to cut out cable. So I cut out cable, saving, in my mind, saving $150 a month. But in exchange for cutting out cable, I still wanted to watch all the Phillies, Flyers, and Sixers games. So I would go to the bar every fucking night.
Yep.
So every night I'm spending at least $40.
Dude.
So I probably 10x'd my fucking game-related fucking spending.
Yeah, that's like when we grocery shop. I feel like we defensive grocery shop. Because everything's so expensive. Yeah. It's like, well, let's just get us to Friday. And we know we're going to like go out Friday, Saturday. And then we don't order our next grocery order till like the following Thursday. Yeah. And then you order takeout and spend what you would have.
It's nuts, yeah.
Yeah.
And I would, after the bar, I would go across the street. There was a double-decker pizza. Oh. And I would get an Inside Out for the way home. And
man.
Almost every fucking night eating a fucking.
That's my daily. That's living right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not good.
So I'm trying to choke down salads and just shit that's a little bit easier. And I just love pizza and mozzarella sticks. And I think that's just the kind of shit I really got to be mindful of.
Dude, for years, I did a MLM scam. Right, my sister was into it for a minute.
Herbalife?
No, it was Advocare.
Okay.
And very clearly a scam. And I told her from the jump, like, you guys are fucking stupid. Don't do this. But they were great with it. They made money on it. They signed up our entire fucking family, except for us. And then we became like the black sheep of the family, which was kind of lame. But then eventually we're like, well, you know, we know what we're stepping into. What's the harm, though, if it's like, you know, supplements and following this eating plan? Like, that was another one. Dude, I think I can lose 60 pounds like most people can lose 15 pounds because I lose 60 pounds. Again, I wasn't even working out. I was just eating what they like when they told me to eat, and that's it. And
that shit's helpful,
dude. Just having that and eliminating my choice, like it was the easiest 60 pounds I think I've ever lost, besides California. Like those were like the two where I was like, whoa. But at least like I don't know. Then everything catches up. Then you plateau. You get discouraged. You start to cheat a little bit, and you're like, oh, I didn't gain a pound there.
Yeah.
You do it again. It's like, all right, it was only 2 pounds. So it's like, no big deal. The next thing you know, it's like, oh, wow, look, it's 8 pounds. I mean, we're still in striking distance. Next thing you know, 74 pounds? What am I doing? So that's kind of where I'm at.
Are you a stress eater or you just...
I'm an eater. Yeah, dude, anything. I'm fucking... Yeah, like after this, I will try not to eat everything we just got from Giant. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit, the late night shit is killer, man. And I'm trying to just be better at that.
Yeah.
And fortunately, dude, one of the things that's been helpful is like I get acid reflux really bad if I eat anything tomato based at nighttime.
Yeah.
So that's significantly decreased like my chances of eating the shitty things that I really like.
Like pizza?
Yeah.
Really?
Like I feel like I have to eat by a normal dinner time. Otherwise, I'm just going to be up all night and I'm going to be feel it coming up.
Like I'm pretty sure I'm lactose intolerant and I've just ignored it. You know what I mean? Like there's like shit that happens to your body. Like after, I mean, a lot's happened here, but it's like, just like things changed and things hurt. You eat like, I remember like, is it GERD where you like throw up stuff?
Yeah.
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 I'm pretty sure I've
GERD.
Yeah, since like 2016. Because when I was doing that Advocare stuff, I'd have just like brown rice and chicken, and if I ate it too quick, like all of a sudden I'd be like, and like throw up in the company sink. Pretty fun. Then I'm like, somebody needs to clean that up. Then I would clean it up.
Yeah, some pig just threw up in the sink.
We have the security footage.
No, I was looking in there. Yeah, man. So my goal is to get down to 200 by the time I leave for Austin, July 1st.
So
I know I can do it.
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah.
But yeah, I like working out, but it's just diet is the thing that's been my bugaboo.
Yeah. You and me both, brother.
Can you tell me, well, I know I already asked about your guilty pleasures, I think. Did I ask you? That question?
Guilty pleasures? You just said like one thing I like to do that makes
that brings you joy?
Yeah.
My bad. So the next question was, can you tell me about one of your guilty pleasures?
Guilty pleasures? I mean, besides the overeating at night and playing, oh, you know what? Yeah, this counts as a guilty pleasure. So I've been playing the Switch a lot. I'm going to show you this picture while I tell you. So I play MLB The Show, right? And it's tough. They really like make the batting tough, but I'm happy to say that last night I set the home run record. It's your boy on with the Face app.
Oh,
I scanned my face in.
Wow.
And they're interviewing me because I set the single season home run record. But the guilty pleasure of that is that it's set to amateur. So like legit,
let it rip.
I'm just sitting there just eating and going, home run. And I'm like, kill me now. So it's really like the saddest Morse code. But yeah.
Can you tell me about a time in your life where after you did something specific, you said to yourself, I can't believe I did that?
Getting out of the foam pit.
Yeah.
But then that kind of sent me down a negative path because it's like that was the goal. You know, so once the goal was achieved, I didn't know where to go with it. And that's
get back in.
Yeah, that's the wheels fell off.
But you did though. You when we went and had the foam pit outing.
Yeah.
You got out and then you got back in a few more times.
Yeah. After that moment though, after that day, I don't think I've been back in a foam pit. Right now I'm terrified of them again. The fear's coming back. Because you know, they stay prepared and I'm not. So yeah, that's probably one of my big fears. That wasn't your question.
It was a good answer, though. I liked it. What fictional character would you like to beat the piss out of?
Samwise Gamgee.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Like, what a loyal friend, but shut the fuck up and go finger the rosy dwarf.
Yeah.
You know? Get it. Master Frodo. Shut up. He's your friend. Just, he's your friend. You know, you can be there for your friend without sucking his dick.
Yeah, what are you calling him master for?
Yeah, it's weird. But that's probably the number one. Forget all the villains. Just a loyal, loving friend. You know? What's that Groucho quote? It's like, I
don't want to be a part of any club that would have me as a member.
Exactly, yeah. You like me? I'm like, get the fuck away from me.
Have you ever kissed an animal?
I have. I've kissed dogs a lot. A lot. And I kissed a gator. I found the picture, by the way. Remember, because we talked about this a while ago. It was like an animal sanctuary in Tampa, which I've learned has sadly burnt down. They lost a lot of the animals. They moved some of the animals. But
I don't remember this.
So I wasn't there during the fire like our friend. I didn't start it, and if I was there, I would have saved animals. But you know, to each their own. But I was there with my kids, and they brought the gator. So my son was holding it. He was kind of scared of it. And like, yo, you can give the gator a kiss, and he was like too afraid to do it. I was like, I'll do it. Come here, and we were like, lip to lip, me and a baby gator with his mouth duct taped shut.
What did he taste like?
Leather. Yeah. I was like, you'd make some nice boots. That's not nice. I'm sorry. It would be great having two baby gators just putting my feet in their mouth.
Your toes come out the front.
Yeah. So I think besides that and like a myriad of dogs over the years, I think and cats. That's it.
Do you kiss them in the mouth?
Cats?
Or dogs?
Not intentionally. I don't go for the mouth. But if it happens, I let it happen. I let them put their paw on top of my hands. I'm like, no, stop it. Stop. Yeah, I'll make out with a dog. I'm not ashamed of it. I love a dog, man.
You go full sub when the dogs go in for you?
I don't go full. Yeah, I guess I do. Yeah. Yeah, I go ass up.
What celebrity could you picture yourself in a relationship with?
In a like a romantic relationship?
Straight up doinking.
Man. I'd say Paul Rubens. But that time has passed. That window's closed.
I know. I'm sorry.
Like that I think is attainable or okay.
It's your fantasy and your penis.
I mean, I told you I met Amber Heard the one time I did the hover hand.
Beautiful lady.
Can't find that picture for the life of me. I swear to God it happened. She was promoting the Rum Diaries. Yeah. I mean, I would be so insecure in that relationship. Probably give me, what's her name? Jonah Hill's sister?
I don't know.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking on that. It just looks like Jonah Hill with long hair.
Okay.
She did do you remember, Jamie, the movie she did? No, she did like a comedy, like a girl version of Superbad a couple years ago.
Oh, no.
That was, it was. I tried to watch it, try to support the Hill family.
I had no idea this was ever made.
Oh yeah, it was pretty heavily promoted too.
Was Amber Heard so beautiful in person that it makes you act different?
Dude, I couldn't speak.
Yeah.
I like legit was like, and I met porn stars. Yeah. Like I've met so many porn stars that came through the radio station. Yeah, that's it. Yep. That's her name.
Beanie Feldstein.
Yeah. But yeah, like I didn't get starstruck around Alexis Texas, but I got starstruck around Amber Heard. You know?
Did you have a nice looking lady? Did you have a favorite porn star to meet?
No. I mean, I was most excited at the prospect of meeting Katie Morgan or Lisa Ann, but both times that they were scheduled to come in, like I think they moved their day.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't get to meet them.
I got to meet Katie Morgan once.
Did you really?
Lovely lady, very nice.
Just as raspy as a voice in person?
Yeah, just a very sweet person.
Yeah.
Just very, very cool. And ironically, immediately after that, I wanted to take a break from walking around the porno convention all day. So
Shacks.
So I went and just sat in like an open conference room, and Lisa Ann was in there talking about her book, and it ended up being a very emotional, inspirational speech.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What was it called? Gluck, 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 gluck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's really awesome, though.
Yes, that's it was. It's a New York Times best slurper list. I knew Furman will come out at some point tonight.
I'm sorry.
Jake, before we head over to the Patreon, I just want to ask you, what is something that you're grateful for right now?
It's weird because I'm grateful for everything in my life right now. I know it sounds like a cop out of an answer, but like all the stuff we get to do with Little Sninkers, all the people we meet, and like the people we see in the chat, it really like makes my existence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
And obviously my family is like the most important thing to me, and like seeing them grow up and like trying to be there as much as I can has been awesome. Seeing them grow up. And yeah, I've got so much good shit going on, and I should think about that more. So yeah, that comedy's good. Could be better, but it's good.
What would you like to change?
I used to be very disciplined with like, I had a writing process. I'd like sit down. I don't know what's going on. I think it just hit an age of exhaustion.
You got a lot on.
Yeah,
you got a family, and your kids are young, and you work full time.
Yeah. That's the one thing I was too much of a bitch to pull out from that. It's just like we just need the money.
I get it.
I've got to feed me.
I was just going to say, you are looking a little famished, so don't leave yourself out of that. Jake, you're so goddamn funny, man, and I'm so glad you did this, and I can't wait to talk to you for another hour on the Patreon.
Dude, I can't wait.
You're the fucking best, man. Anything you want to promote before we go?
Follow me at Jake Mattera on Instagram, Twitter, Threads, whatever. I'll sit on cakes. I'll do whatever you want. Just give me a follow, please. I need to get the at least 5,000 a piece so that I can have an argument with bookers about why they're not booking me. So please help me out. Please help me out.
There you go, baby.
Yeah, thank you.
Check out, please go see Jake. He's one of the funniest comics I know. We're going to be in Detroit together on May 16th. So come out to the Independent Theater in Hamtramck, Michigan. You can get tickets at either the Independent's website, or you can go to any of my social media profiles. The links are in the bio on my link tree. In addition to that, I got a new book that's for sale right now. It's called Terrible Advice for Lovers. If you're having any kind of wiener problems, if you got floppy labia, if you don't know where to start with butt plugs, if you can't find love, if you're about to walk into a TGI Fridays with an AR-15 because ladies won't talk to you, buy this book instead. Go to onperks.com, pre-order my new book, Terrible Advice for Lovers. It'll give you every answer that you're looking for, so that you can go from being Sicario to a Lothario. Gun stuff to cum stuff.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Onperks.com. And you're going to love this fucking book. Terrible Advice for Lovers. In addition to that, I'm re-releasing my first two books, Terrible Advice and Terrible Advice for Parents. They're both very funny. They ate shit from a sales perspective when I first put them out, but I have a feeling they're going to do much better this time around. Again, those books are available at onperks.com.
I'll tell you what, I bought that book, Johnny Brenda's, I think it was like 2010 or 12.
The Christmas show?
The Christmas show.
Yeah.
You had a table set up.
Yeah.
I still have you signed it for me. I'll take a picture. I'll send it to you.
Thank you,
I was
buddy.
like, thanks. Thank you.
Oh, you're a sweet boy.
Yeah, I've hung on to it this whole time, read it at least twice.
Thank you very much, Jake.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too, friend.
Very
You're
funny.
the fucking best, man. You're so goddamn funny. We'll see you. We'll see Jake again at patreon.com/gettingsomhead. And listen, if you're not on the Patreon yet, get on there. You can join for either $1, $2, or $5, and that's where the value is at. Where I'm doing a ton of extra content on there, including a series called After Dark, where I'm interviewing comedians about the naughtier aspects of their lives, and I'm talking sex and love with them. And then starting in a couple weeks, debuting a new segment on the Getting Some Head Patreon called Threesome, where I'm interviewing two people at one time about a specific topic. Case in point, I'm going to have Tim Butterly and my buddy Tubbs come on just to talk about fatherhood. All the questions are just about fatherhood, and that's for the Big Boss Head Getters tier on Getting Some Head Patreon. So much good stuff over there. We'll see you over there with another hour of my beloved Jake Mattera. Later, guys.